Hello everyone, welcome to Karnataka LMS, Department of Collegiate and Technical Education. This is the subject of organizational behavior for the management student. I'm Ranjita BR. I'm going to present topic on attitude formation. By attitudes, we mean the beliefs, feelings, and action tendencies of an individual or group of individuals towards objects, ideas, and people. Quite often, persons and objects or ideas become associated in the minds of individuals, and as a result, attitudes become multidimensional and complex. So there are some factors influence in the attitude formation, like social factors, direct instruction, family, prejudice, personal experience, media, educational and religious institutions, physical factors, economic status, and occupations. So these are the factors which influence the attitude formation, or we can call it as source of attitude. First one I'll take up, the social factors. Every society has the majority of people who prefer to lead a harmonious life. They try to avoid unnecessary friction or conflicts with people. They want the peaceful life without any frictions. Naturally, they are inclined to develop positive attitude towards most of the people and issues. Social roles relate to how people are expected to behave in a particular role or context. For example, don't you think you expect your teachers to behave in a certain manner? Don't you expect a doctor to behave in a certain manner? Don't you expect a politician to behave in a certain manner? So yes, that is the social factors. So social norms involve society's rules for what behaviors are considered appropriate. So teachers, the doctors or lawyers, the teachers as an intellectual person, they have to behave in an appropriate manner. It may be a complete personality. From the dress they wear, the way they talk, the way they walk, everything will be burdened by the social factors. So next one, direct instruction. In general, the individual being a conformist or the direction of the attitude of the people it deems important. Sometimes direct instruction can influence attitude formation. For example, somebody gives information about the usefulness of some fruit. On the basis of this information, we can develop a positive or negative attitude about that fruits. So this is the Corona time. So many people who are come forward, who are giving the they're giving the they're advocating, they're advertising, they're explaining so many methods to cure the Corona. So many homemade remedies they are telling. We are watching them. For some methods, for some remedies, we have the positive attitude, and for some remedies, we have already formed the negative. So these are the things. This is what the direct instructions gives the impact and make them to form the positive or negative attitude towards that. Then the family. The family is the most powerful source for the formation of attitudes. The parents, elder brother or sister, provide information about various things. Attitudes developed by an individual, whether positive or negative, as a result of family influence. So, are very powerful and difficult to change. So, attitudes like values are acquired from parents, teachers, and peer group. So, in our early years, we begin modeling our attitude after those we admire, respect, or maybe even fear. We observe the way of our family and friends behave, and we shape our attitudes and behavior to align with theirs. We do so even without being told to do so, and even without having direct experiences. Similarly, attitudes are acquired from peer groups in colleges and organizations. So that is the major impact on the formation of attitude. Then prejudice. An attitude may involve a prejudice in which we prejudice an issue. We prejudge an issue without giving unbiased consideration to all the evidence. Prejudice are preconceived ideas or judgment. We only conceive that ideas and judgment, where one develops some attitudes towards other people, object, etc. We are prejudiced against a person who is accused of a crime. We may regard him as a guilty, regardless of the evidence. We can also be prejudiced in favor of something. So even without knowing the facts, we form some attitude. It may be positive or negative towards a person, towards a place, towards something else. So on people. So this is a prejudice. Without having any interaction, without having any evidence on that, we form some attitude that's the major source of the attitude formation. Then personal experience. Yes, a person's direct experience with the attitude object determines his attitude towards it. In order to be the basis of attitude, personal experience have left a strong impression. The attitude will be more easily formed when personal experiences involve emotional factors. In situation involving emotion, appreciation will be more in-depth experience and longer trace. The personal experience of an individual, whether it is a favorable or unfavorable, will affect his attitude deeply. These attitudes, which are based on a personal experience, are difficult to change. For example, when you join a new job, which is recommended by your friend or a family member, so you will have the positive attitude. But when you join the job, then you may feel the job as a repetitive, or it is too tough, the co-workers are not good, or the superior is not good, and the co-workers are not cooperative. So that will develop so then you will have a personal experience and you will develop a negative attitude towards that job. So that because the quality of his direct experience with the job is negative. So therefore, the personal experience will have a strong impression on the source of attitude. Then media, or you can call it as mass communication. As means of communication, the mass media such as television, radio has a major influence in shaping people's opinions and beliefs. There is new information on something that provides the foundation for the emergence of new cognitive attitude towards it. So today's is the best example is Corona. Whatever the news channel you watch, wherever in TV, on the television, on the radio, everywhere there will be a Corona, and people frightened. People need a counseling now because of watching those things. It will have a direct impact on their mental status. So mass communication or media is the strongest nowadays, has become a strongest source for the formation of attitude, positive or negative. If the, for example, if the people at Hyundai Santro can you hold a make you to hold a favorable feeling towards their car, that attitude may lead to desirable behavior for you to purchase a Santro car. So this is the media, the television, why the cricketers, cricket players, or the television stars, or the heroes of the movies are advertised the things that will be have a sales boom in that product. So this is the media which plays a vital role in influencing the attitude. Educational and religious institutions. As a system, educational and religious institutions have a strong influence in shaping attitude because they lay the foundation of understanding and moral concepts within the individual. Understanding the good and the bad, the dividing line between the something that can and cannot do is obtained from the center of the education and religious institutions. Then physical factors. Clinical psychologists have generally recognized that physical health and vitality are important factors in determining adjustment, and frequently it has been found that malnutrition or disease or accidents have interfered so seriously with normal development that serious behavioral disturbance have followed. So nowadays people are more prone to so many media disturbances that and malnutrition because of the junk foods. Nutritions are vital, nutritions are not there. Even the corona immunity is not in the people. So it has those people who have lesser immunity or are being the target for the coronavirus. So these the physical factors, and those people who are in the depressed mode, they always have a negative mindset towards the job, towards the colleagues, towards the organization. So those people who are very good and they have the mental stability, are cheerful, those having the immunity in their body and the very good eaters, nutrition foods, those people, they are always cheerful and making the surrounding, and they look into every aspect in a positive manner, and they see that the organization and the co-workers are very cheerful, and they wherever they go, they make people happy. So this is the physical factors, also source of formation of attitude. Then economic status and the occupation. The economic status and occupational position of the individual also affect the attitude formation. Our socio-economic background influences our present and future attitude. Research findings have shown that unemployment disturbs religious and economic values. Children of professional class tend to be more conservatives. Respect for the laws of the country is associated with the increased years of higher education. So our economic and the occupational position also contribute to attitude formation. They determine in part our attitudes towards unions and management, and our belief that certain laws are good or bad. Our socio-economic background influences our present and future attitudes. Attitudes reflect more than just positive or negative evaluation. They include other characteristics such as importance, certainty, accessibility, and associated knowledge. By this, I end the session, which is the source of attitude formation. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you. Thank you, one and all.